Salman Najm is a famous local artist and a painter. He comes from a multi-talented family as his father is a well-known musician and his brother is also a renowned musician. His father is the Brigadier Dr. Bahrain Najm, who has composed most of the orchestral arrangement for local television.
Well, for as long as I can remember, I've been interested in art, interested in drawing, painting. Since I've been a child, I've been sketching and drawing on walls, tables at school, getting into detention and scribbling on tables in detention. I was able to hone my craft and work harder on on establishing my artistic style during the IB course I did in high school, and that's when I started painting, and that's when I developed a very strong relationship with the art of painting. And I did my BA in interior and spatial design because I wanted to move away a bit from the painting and work on something more applicable. But and then I came back from University of the Arts London and worked as an interior designer for a year in Bahrain, and then decided that was not for me, so I went back to London and got my master's from the Royal College of Arts in painting. Well, my family have always been very supportive and as supportive as possible. When I graduated from high school, my father recommended that I'd incorporate the art in something a bit more, something I can get a job with, hence why I studied interior design. But after I did that and worked for a year and wanted to go to London to do my master's in just painting, my mother and father were very supportive, and my family is a bit creative. My father is a composer, musician, and my brother is a cellist and oud player and also a composer now. And my sister studied filming, and my youngest brother is also into sports, which is an art as well. Well, not necessarily. I think it's, hardships do come and go, but a lot of them do inspire the work, and a lot of my work does come from hardships. I find that when I'm under pressure or tension, that is where I create the best. However, I feel like when I'm free and have an open schedule and don't really have a lot going on, it's very difficult for me to create work. I feel like art, for me, in a way, is an outburst, is something that has to, in a way, marinate inside of me to then let out. But it's difficult for me to consciously cook up these creative impulses, and it's much easier and better for them to happen subconsciously without my realization, as a form of escape. I've only shown at the annual art show in Bahrain. I've shown twice there. However, I've had a few exhibitions in London, last one being in the Saatchi Gallery, and I've had exhibitions in Saudi, Dubai, Milan, and a few other places, yeah. I think the reason why my art is different because it is me, and I think that because everything is a continuation of the past to a certain extent, but when you are yourself and you work from within your own self, it's very difficult to imitate or be similar to anyone else. And I find that being subconscious with my work and not allowing myself to think too much about what I'm going to do gives me the opportunity to not to detach myself from familiarity and be unique.
Salman Najm is creative force painter, sculptor and designer from the Kingdom of Bahrain. He has a BA Interior and Spatial from University of Arts London LCC and an MA in Fine Art from the Royal College of Art.
I think art is, or the creative process, or even being an artist, or living in a setting that is infused with art, promotes sensitivity. You become more sensitive and more aware, and it's also a very good and strong way to keep your mind working, stimulates your mind. There's this term about art, a term called art bug, which means when you look at too much art, you start looking at everything as art, and I think that's very helpful and that's very necessary for people to be more sensitive and aware and appreciate the beauty in simple things in everyday life. I hope not, because I'm an old school paint on canvas guy. So no, and I don't think so though. I don't think so, because the physical painting is different, because there's an energy that comes with a painting. When you put your hand in something, it does show. I find that sometimes when I'm working on a painting and I make a mistake, and I think about it as a mistake, even though there are no such things as mistakes in artworks. But when I try to replace or cover up the work, it does show. Even if it doesn't, even though you can't physically see it, the energy that comes with it does remain there. So digital art is an interesting topic, because my previous series, the last series I've worked on, Blackened, it's meant to be a reaction against digital art, because I found that most artists are very happy with posting Instagram-friendly images, the poppy colors and flat images and stuff like that look good on screens. So I made a body of work that does not look good on screens. It's meant for you to see in person. They're black-on-black paintings, so they look different from different angles, different lightings. So no, I hope traditional painting lives on. I feel free when I'm painting. I feel at home. I feel comfortable. I work with my arms. I don't really work with my hands. My paintings are big, and I use my arms, and I move around, and I'm very messy, and I get covered in paint. And I enjoy it, because it's a very deep process. It's something that is very stimulating of the mind, the soul, and also physically. So it's unmatched with anything else. I think art is very therapeutic. I think most people would agree that music's therapeutic, and I think painting and art is the same. It depends on the person, how the person wants to work, but I mean, I can even imagine someone doing something meticulous and small and taxing and difficult to do. That person might enjoy it, but for me, I have a blast when I'm painting. It's very fun. I would love to have a larger reach. I'd like my work to reach more people. I want to be able to inspire, provoke ideas, and share my work, my journey, and the things that inspire me. Yeah, I'd love to be in that position, yes. I think the best advice, as cliche as it may sound, is is you have to be yourself, but not just be yourself, but understand what it means to be yourself and understand the difference between gaining inspiration from something or some other artist and having your own style. I find that most young artists, I see at least, focus on maybe mimicking different artists or maybe applying a similar style, but I feel like if you strip down everything, strip down yourself also and look deep within yourself and understand who you really are, it will be very easy to create art that you would like, because it's a version of yourself. My advice or last words would be always try to take a deeper, longer look at things. You develop this skill through looking at art, but I think this can be taken away and applied to life in general. I mean, if you take a longer look at your actions, a longer look at the things you do and the implications of certain small things that happen. I want to say something about the environment, because currently I've been very interested in trying to become an environmentalist and understand the footprint I leave as a human being and how I can make the world physically a better place for future generations by using less plastic and being more consciously aware. I think that's very important to me.
Salman exhibited his work in all around the world, including Bahrain, London, Saudi Arabia, and Milan. He believes that it's the artist's duty to spark a dialogue on the social issues that he or she is surrounded by. He believes that the art sheds light on issues that are usually shied away from. Golfair, the national carrier of the Kingdom of Bahrain, in cooperation with the Royal Charity Organization, launched an initiative to allow passengers to donate coins or notes of any currency on board Golfair flights. The project was launched by Zaid Al-Zayani, Minister of Industry, Commerce and Tourism and Chairman of Golfair's Board of Directors, and His Excellency Dr. Mustafa Sayed, Secretary General of the Royal Charity Organization, on the airline's flights from Bahrain International Airport to London Heathrow. NGN Training Center is proud to announce VMware VCB Bahraini graduates and awarding IT officials from telecom, banking and finance and other industry companies in Bahrain. Located at the headquarters of the World Trade Center in Manama, NGN celebrated the latest batch of its graduates, which is part of a continuing training program offered by the NGN in cooperation with VMware International.